What in God's name is YouTube thinking? I assume that a lot of you guys have seen the new updated requirements for the monetization program. If not, what you need now is, 1,000 subscribers and either 8,000 hours of watch time per year or 20 million shorts views. Now, I will admit, I'm already not a fan of short form content. But Jesus fucking Christ, what are they doing? Right? Like, let's go back. Let's go back to, the early 2010s. Or no, actually, no, let's go to the 2000s. YouTube democratized content creation, video production. The ability to be able to have a central website for anyone to put their creations out there, to be seen, to have people watch what they make without having to be under some greater company website like College Humor or Smosh, or without needing to be part of an actual company like some news organization. YouTube allowed people to put their stuff out there. They revolutionized video production, made it so that people who just did stuff like this could succeed, could make a living creating stuff that they liked and they wanted to. And go to the early 2010s, and monetization became a general thing that anyone could use. Now, I'm going to date myself here, but when I started doing YouTube, like in any form, back in 2017, the monetization requirements were just, I believe, 100 subscribers and like 10,000 views total. That's it. Nothing else. And then, Logan Paul did the Suicide Forest vlog, and then they changed it to 4,000 hours of watch time in total and 1,000 subscribers. Which, a little more extreme, but still manageable. It's still somewhat normal. And then TikTok comes along, and then you get short form, and then that becomes a whole thing, and then now they have to put in a special case for that. So since short form, it's a lot easier to get views, then there's going to be a separate thing for this. Sure, whatever. And then recently they made it yearly, and it's like, sure, fine, I get it. You don't want some person that hasn't uploaded in 5 years to be making money, sure, whatever. I don't personally agree with it, but I can understand where they came from. But doubling that requirement is absolutely fucking insane. I mean, I have friends that are monetized because of that are only monetized because of that short form rule. They make long form content. It just doesn't get the necessary amount of views. But they still earn their money because they make enough for shorts, which then qualifies them for monetization, which then lets them earn the money on their long form videos. This will cut numerous people's revenues by half, if not more. And on top of that, it closes the industry to more people. It closes the ability to make a living doing what people enjoy. Because, I mean, again, back in 2017, 2016, around then, when it was that easy, when it was just, 100 subscribers, 10,000 views. That was trivial. That was incredibly easy to get on. Even if you weren't making that much or like pennies on the dollar, you were still making something. You still, it still served like, hey, it was basically YouTube going, hey, we believe in you. We think that you deserve to get something back for what you're doing. But what they're doing now is not just saying fuck you to the people that build the platform, to these small creators who constantly breathe new life into the website, but they're doing it in a way that also harms people that are already there, that are already giving them, that are already making it what it is. I mean, again, in my space, for example, Minecraft, there's a lot of people who are only monetized because they qualify for the current short form rules. Yeah, like they do long form content, but it doesn't get enough views. But with the current short form rules, if they put out a few shorts and those shorts do well, then they can get the money from their long form, which usually ends up being more money, and it lets them do content for a living. But YouTube's decided that, no, we don't want them to do that. Instead, we're just going to take this money because that's hundreds, if not thousands of dollars across numerous people, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of accounts, of channels that are now going to fall under the monetization fall outside the monetization rules because of this update. it's going to screw them out of it. It's going to screw tens of thousands, if not more, people out of the living just because of what? What's wrong? What's changed? Google's getting just as much money as ever. YouTube's getting just as much as ever. The advertising's not slowing down, so what's the problem? If they didn't change the rules during Adpocalypse, during Adpocs, what could possibly be the reason that they feel the need to change this now? What's in it for them? What does YouTube get out of screwing over every single person that's not part of some giant brand or team like Mr. Beast, or doesn't have a long-standing dedicated fan base like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, people who have these communities in these circles that built over years and years and years, who only got their start because of the original rules? What could YouTube possibly be getting out of screwing themselves over, out of kicking out their own foundation? It's insane. It's unacceptable. It's reprehensible that they think that they can just do this and they can fuck over everyone that's built their platform just for a few extra cents. This cannot work out for them. And people cannot just let this happen. There has to be pushback. Because if YouTube does this, if YouTube is willing to screw over people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers who just happen to not fall under the specific requirements, what's next? Are they going to go back to doing what they did before, where you needed to be part of a multi-channel network to get monetization? Are you going to have to be under some corporate umbrella? Because MCNs don't exist anymore, and everyone knows why. You know, Defy, we all remember. But what, am I going to have to sign with fucking Beast? Am I going to have to join, Mr. Beast's team? Fucking Jimmy Donaldson? Am I going to have to join his team to make money? Am I going to have to, create some corporate entity or join some bullshit company, some talent agency that mistreats and underpays its workers, that takes revenue just to get monetized because suddenly YouTube's decided that everyone can't get the money anymore? No, absolutely fucking not. People need to fight back against this. There needs to be actual pushback. There needs to be resistance to this. You cannot let this happen. Because the more we let them push people around like this, the worse it's going to get. The more they're going to do, the more they're going to try to do to increase their own money while screwing over creators. We can't. We cannot let them do that. You need to push back. You, the person watching this, the person listening, you, your friends, the people you know, the people you watch, they need to be against this. They need to be fighting against this. They need to go on social media to tell YouTube, no, you can't fucking do this. This is not your place. This is not your money. This is me. I am making a living off of this. The people I watch are making a living off of this, and you don't deserve to take their money. You don't deserve to screw them out of it. You don't deserve to ruin their chances just because you want an extra dollar. No. Again, I'm being completely serious with this. People you watch, your friends, people you moderate for if you do that, people you only watch once or twice, maybe once a year, or people who do charity events, people who do video essays, whatever the content they're doing. If they're doing something on YouTube, they need to be against this. You need to tell them. You need to go to them. You need to go to their Discord server, Twitter comments, whatever. And you need to tell these people, tell your friends, tell these creators, no, you cannot let this happen. You need to fight back. And they and you need to go to YouTube and go, no, you're not allowed to do this. We are not going to let you do this. We will fight back because this is not your place to do this to us. You cannot screw us over. This is not your money. This is ours. We are making things. We are creating. This is our money. We deserve compensation for what we are doing. This is why, for example, actors have SAG-AFTRA. This is why technicians, this is why broadcast and theater technicians have IATSE. This is why the drivers and everyone have Teamsters. This is why unions exist. Because these companies will try to take your work, will try to take your money and pocket it for themselves because they think that just because they're behind some desk running some website or some server or some company without actually doing work, that they should get the money. But no, they don't. It is your money. It is your money that you deserve, and you need to fight for it. And I know this is hypocritical because look at the site I'm uploading this on. I'm uploading this on YouTube while I'm complaining about what YouTube's doing. But there's nothing else. I cannot say this anywhere else. There is no other platform where I have some sort of audience, where I have the discovery to make this message, to put this out there. Because what? Vimeo? Dailymotion? No. That would get what? 20 views most. And sure, I might get that here. But you know what? At least here, I have the chance. I have the chance to get people to see this. And you can share it with people. And people will actually go to the site because everyone uses this site. Everyone uses YouTube because it's the site for it. Because people like me, like you watching, like the people that you watch, made it that. They put their creativity, they put in the effort to make content that made people come to the site and made YouTube what it is. And that's why you can't just let them turn around and go, no, this is ours now. No, it's not. It's the people's money. It's the creators' money. And YouTube cannot, will not, and should not be allowed to take it from them.